Hey everybody, Spaceman Spiff here with episode, I believe, 26 of Spaceman Climbs. Just pause the game here for a second. And it is an orc versus human. This is a strategy. I've definitely posted a video of it before. And this is a game I believe I played on stream. So some people might have seen this one already as well. But I think it kind of emphasizes the strategy a little better than the previous video I posted does. And I think it's really strong. And of course, Two Rivers is a great map for this strategy that I'm about to show you because it's such a small map. We know exactly where the opponent is, and I can get there in 2 seconds with my hero. So it's really, really a good map for this kind of strategy, which is a heavy harassment, in their face kind of play. But either way, I thought this would be interesting to post again. I'm sorry for the repost of a strategy in such rapid succession. I don't think it was very long ago that I posted my initial one of this. But it's fun, and I think it'll be worth it. So we're going to look. I am Orc in the bottom left corner. We're going to see how he's AFK for a little bit, which gives me a little bit of an edge for sure. Okay, yeah, so he missed 20 seconds, and that does help me. But I don't think it makes a huge difference in this game, so it's okay. You'll see I'm building my standard altar, burrow. Next thing's going to be a barracks, and I'm going to open Farseer because I always open Farseer over Blade Master. Farseer is basically my standard Orc. Except for maybe Shadow Hunter sometimes, but I'm opening Farseer and grunts, and I'm going to go in for a harass. And if you've seen the previous video, or if not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tech to tier 2, I'm going to do the standard play, but on hitting tier 2, I'm just going to build the Spirit Lodge, and I'm going to tech immediately to tier 3, along with getting Berserker Strength, and I'm going to get a second hero, and then when I hit tier 3, I'm going to hit a third hero, and I'm going to just try and maintain harassment and maintain a presence in the enemy base for the entire duration of the game. So I'm hoping that by using my grunts and my Farseer to keep the pressure on him, I'll be able to gain an edge there. I'm going to get shaman. I'm not even going to upgrade them. I'm just going to get shaman. I'm going to use them for purge on the water elementals, and I'm going to try and really maintain this strong pressure against this human player on a small map where, you know, it's going to be tough for him because a lot of what human strength, or a lot of where the human strength lies in these footman versus grunt battles are water elementals, right? So if I can use shaman effectively to just take them out of the match, then hopefully I'm going to be fighting grunts against footmen, and I'll have some spirit wolves and chain lightning and maybe shockwave. I generally like to go shockwave second. And he's going to have just footmen and maybe a couple casters coming out, but his level 3 archmage, so his level 2 water elementals, are going to be ultimately null. That's hopefully what I'm going for here. So you see, again, standard build. I've got my burrow here, Voodoo Lounge. First run's going to come out around the same time as my Farseer. He comes to scout me at just that time, so I'm going to send one wolf to kill the militia and bring the rest of my units north. And this is where it begins. Sorry, Fog of War should have been on this whole time. But there's a scout. I'm moving out, and here we go. So I think I should say also, as a human player, on this map, I think the best play is to go for, against Orc, is to go for tier 2 casters and do that tier 2 push, just because it's such a small map. Even though you can't get a Beastmaster, I think the small walk distance and the small walk distance really caters towards that. I know it's very tempting to go for a fast expo on this map as human, because they're so close by and it's just so convenient to militia creep it, but it's also very vulnerable, right? Assuming the Orc player is coming to harass you, like, I'm going to be all over this expansion. Either way, I'm coming in. I'm sure I'll check, but I don't... Yeah, he's not power creeping this or anything.
Work complete.
I think I succeeded in getting the kill here. He tried to feed it to the creeps, but I got the kill, so I was pretty proud of that. And... yeah, so I see that he's here. He looks pretty standard. He's got an open base, but he's prepared with his towers, so that's going to keep me at bay. This base will come together as he builds more buildings, but right now it's a little vulnerable. Luckily, that's not going to matter for him. And here we go. So I think in these early bit battles, it definitely favors the Archmage. Like, he's got his 2 water elementals out, he's got 3 footmen, militia can call arms, he's got his tower here. It's going to be really hard for me to deal a lot of damage at this point in the game, right? I'm lucky to get my grunt out here, but I also had to run north to escape, so it wasn't so bad. Ultimately, though, here the human has the advantage, and I think it's easy to kind of be like, oh my god, this isn't working, and turn away right now. But don't do that. Just maintain the pressure, because you'll eventually be able to summon enough wolves that these water elementals won't be outnumbering you so badly. And grunts, as they become higher in number, are really, really good at trading with footmen. So right here, it's not going my way. I'm definitely taking more damage on my Farseer. He's killed at least 1 wolf, maybe 2. And he's putting some damage on my grunt here, but I'm keeping the pressure up. And just a little focus on this footman, and it goes down pretty quickly. Terrible wall by me, but I'm going to manage getting a kill because he walls his own unit. And now I've got a kill to none. I'm going to start putting pressure on the Archmage with my wolves. Doesn't matter if the tower kills them, right? So let the Arcane Tower do its thing. It doesn't matter if I lose one. But I want his hero running away. I want to put damage on where I can. And then I pull back. It's not safe in his base. I see he hasn't teched yet, so he's playing safe. He might be going for an expansion or something, but I'm not running away. As soon as he leaves his base, I'm here waiting for him. I've still got 2 grunts, still just my 2 grunts. My tech is now halfway done, throwing down 2 burrows just so I can maximize my 50 of 50. This is, you know, the entire game I'm focused right here, so I just quickly jumped back to my base, built 2 burrows, and came back here, because all my focus has to be on the battle. And look, he's got his militia now, so it looks like he's definitely trying to fast expand, which I think is a mistake, especially after having seen that I'm harassing. But, you know, if you can get the expansion up, it's really strong. So he's going for it, and I'm going to try and trade blows. So you'll see I'm focusing a little bit on this footman. He's putting a lot of damage on my grunts here. He gets a really nice surround of this grunt and picks him off, so that hurt a lot. It's really important to not lose grunts for this strategy, but it's not the end of the world, and he's going for the expansion, so I know that if I get in there right now, I can hopefully cause some damage to his power creeping. Grunt rallied, buying some time, slows down his creeping. I show up here, slows down his creeping. His militia are going to be running out of time on the clock now, right? So his power creep is looking less effective. He's got to bring more peasants down. And I'm keeping him busy. He's starting to focus this grunt, so I'll run it away, and he's got nothing that can chase a grunt down, except his Archmage, but I'm going to use my wolves to try and keep damage on the Archmage, keep it running away, because that's the only threat to my grunt here. Nothing else can kill that grunt. He still has his footman chasing it, which is a little bit of a miss micro on his part. He's dealing with this, and he saves that militia. But look at how long I've delayed his expansion here. I haven't killed a single unit since he killed my grunt, but his expansion is completely delayed. I see his Archmage is weakening. He screws up here a bit, takes a little too much damage, and then when he notices, he runs away, but now my wolves are on the hunt, right? I'm not going to chase with my grunt and Farseer, because that would put me out of position, and I've got all these footmen to deal with still, but they're just chasing me. They're not doing anything. They're wasting time, and the Archmage is getting battered. I try and do some blocking and screw it up, but he's weak, right? I smell blood here. I'm not going to let this get away. So my wolves are going to give chase. Over here, I turned and started putting some damage on his footman. Doesn't matter. He's coming back. Let's see, what does he do? 9 health. He thinks he's tough, but this is the problem with these open bases. I can come in at multiple points, and I snag the kill. I do sacrifice a grunt for the kill. He's going to get the surround, which is too bad. I didn't want that to happen. Oh, no, he's not. He doesn't get the surround on this grunt. This grunt is going to escape. Oh, maybe not. There's a surround. So the grunt does die, but it's definitely worth the Archmage kill, right? And I'm going to be able to get another footman. So ultimately here, I've now lost 2 grunts, and I've lost 2 grunts and a couple wolves. He's lost a couple militia and 2 footmen, but enough to get me level 2. So I don't think it hasn't looked like I'm doing all that well for most of this. It's been a lot of running around, but I've managed to get level 2 off of just his unit. So things are going well, and now he's teching, so I clearly frustrated his expansion idea, and he's going to tier 2. Meanwhile, back in my base, I've started my tier 3 tech. My Spirit Lodge is on the way, my Torn Chieftain's on the way, and Berserker Strength. I'm retreating at this point just to regroup. So I'm going to heal up my 2 grunts here. So I did, in a perfect world, you're not going to lose any grunts. So I had to rebuild 2 grunts essentially because I lost 2, which means that I'm now 400 gold poorer than I would like to be at this stage in the game. But that's not the end of the world. As you can see, I still have my 4 grunts. I still have my 2 heroes effectively. I'm still able to afford a healing potion and a clarity potion on my hero. I'm still teching, right? I'm not even upgrading shaman. I'm keeping them at initiate level. I don't think I rally them right away. We'll see what I do. But I'm just going to use them for purge. That's it. And I'm coming in. So now, again, he's got more footmen than me. He's got called arms, but I know I'm ahead in tech, so he doesn't have casters yet. And look at that. He just went for his fast expansion. He's your standard human player is fixated on it. And I come in here. Again, I'm not going to win the game here. There's no way I'm going to be able to overrun this and overrun this, but just play it calm, focus what units you can, and just micro your grunts back when they're weak. That's it. I'm going to spam Chain Lightning and Shockwave. I'm going to kill some peasants when I'm able to, The primary goal, though, is to kill what you can and not lose the grunts. Just micro the grunts back. Because without his Archmage, like, that's the only unit that can kill a grunt once I start running. And look, 2 footmen down. 3 footmen down. He's power building his expansion. I micro this grunt back. 1 peasant down. Summons another water elemental. Another peasant down. Go for this one. Micro this grunt away. Just like simple focus fire, right? Get another peasant kill. I'm gonna get another peasant kill. And you got a good surround on my Farseer here. So you get 1 purge that gets me experience and kills the water elemental. And because of his surround, which is not ideal, I teleport out. That's not even so bad, right? That went really well for me. I got a bunch of kills. I would rather not have teleported. But now I'm back home. I'm gonna grab healing salves to quickly heal my 2 weak grunts that had to be pulled back. And now I've got 2 shaman, a 3rd on the way, almost tier 3, 40 or 50 food, so I'll hit tier 3 and I'm going to get a 3rd hero immediately. I'm sure it'd be a shadow hunter in this game. Sometimes I do like to go tavern heroes, but that's obviously not an option on 2 rivers. Here I'm just running back to heal this grunt. So that was a bit of wasted time. That was time I would not. I would rather be already moving out to harass right now, but it's okay that I'm not, because I did so much damage in that harass. And now I'm killing this peon so that I can hit 45 and 50 food, which will allow me to build my hero. And I decided to get 1 demolisher because I know my army is going to be hard for him to deal with right now. And I wanted to try and start sieging this. If he has to repair it, it's just 1 more thing for him to deal with. And I thought that would be more useful than 1 more grunt or 2 more shaman.
Earth and fire.
Another thing though, keep in mind, shaman do magic damage, which is extra damage against footmen, right? So not only do they completely nullify water elementals and kind of nullify an Archmage, especially when there's no casters to benefit from his aura yet, they also deal bonus damage to footmen. And now let's look at this. Shockwave. Regular chain lightning? Probably not. He summons a water elemental and I'll purge it hopefully pretty soon. Look at his footmen, it's now so much damage. There's a chain lightning. 2 purges, water elementals down. Mountain King shows up, but at this point it doesn't even matter, right? Everything's weak. I'm standing under 2 guard towers, which are tough in some spots, but it's not enough to stop it here. If he had an arcane tower, I don't think that would be enough. Purges water elemental. You know, this is it. This is the end of the game. There's nothing he can do at this point. And he says, you know, that 20 seconds of AFK at the beginning of the game definitely hurt him. Definitely hurt him, but I play the strategy all the time and it works for me, so it's not like this win was contingent on that. Yeah, so it was a quick game. I know, again, that I've showed a replay like this before, but I think this one kind of emphasized the power of it a little better. I think in the last one also I went for Bloodlust really quickly, where this one I didn't, and I think this is the better way to do it because obviously Bloodlust is hard countered by Spellbreakers, so it's not like you have a huge window of opportunity when you tech for that. But when you use Shaman in this instance, like just to keep pounding on them and take out the Archmage, it worked really well. I didn't even get to use them that much, but it worked really well anyway. So this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Questions, comments, criticisms are welcome. I know I haven't been streaming this week. I've got a story which I maybe will tell something. It's been an interesting couple days for sure. Not a story for a YouTube video though. So I'll tell it at some point. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. If you could subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. And either way, have a great rest of your day.